Hi everybody, welcome to my live. Thank you for hopping on and joining me. Today's Tuesday, the 21st of November. It's Thanksgiving week, so that's exciting. 2 more days till Thanksgiving. My name is, if you haven't watched me before, my name is Laura Roderick. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in San Antonio, Texas. I go live most every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Time on my Facebook page, and then I share it when I'm finished to my Facebook business page, and I also post it on YouTube. So that usually goes up maybe around 8:30 once we're finished with everything. So thank you all for watching. If you're watching live now or on the replay, I appreciate it a lot. I think we're going to have some fun tonight. I'm excited about the cards and projects to show you tonight. Let's see, what else do I have to tell you? I don't think anything. Let's go to the share contest, because I do a share contest every week. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Lisa. All you have to do is share my video, and that helps me grow my business and help me grow my Facebook presence or YouTube videos. You can share on Facebook or on YouTube. If you share and write that you shared in the comments, then I enter you into a drawing, and every week I pick a winner. This week we're giving away this lovely stamp set, which is More Wishes. This is a really fun stamp set. And the winner that I drew this week was Pam Simmons. So Pam, congratulations to you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you everybody for sharing. I really appreciate it. My channel is growing, so I'm excited about that. I have a little goal in mind, so we'll see if we can reach that pretty soon. So thank you guys. So this week, what I'm going to give away is I have this package of the Warm Wishes cards and envelopes. Okay, so this was a Paper Pumpkin add-on. If you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you could add on these cards, and these are fairly large cards. I think they're 5x7 cards, and they come with these beautiful envelopes. It is a set of 20 cards and 20 envelopes. Really pretty, glittery accents on it. You could put, these make beautiful backdrops. You can just add whatever you want. I know we all have a lot of stamp sets and things we could add to it. So this is what I'm giving away this week. Again, all you have to do is share. All right, you guys. So let me turn my camera down. Wait, first let me make sure I come up on Facebook. Okay, there I am. Okay, that way I can see your comments once I turn the camera around. Excuse me. Okay, let me turn it around and we're going to get started. We have lots to do. Okay. Hi, Renee. Perfect. Okie dokie. Let me pull my chair up. Okay, you guys, I offered this last year. I'm offering it again this year. I have my adhesive kit that I offer. Okay, and this is what it looks like. It comes in this beautiful glittery burlap bag with a little tag on it. So this is a great gift to give somebody. Inside the burlap bag is a little plastic zippered pouch, and it says Create on it. And then what you're going to get inside is all of my favorite adhesives. So let me just pull them out and show them all to you, what you're going to get. So you get a Stampin' Seal, you get a mini glue dot roll, you get a mono liquid adhesive, a pack of Stampin' Dimensionals, we all need those all the time, 1 sheet of minis, a mono sand eraser. This is super handy. I use that all the time. And then one of my favorites, this is not a Stampin' Up! Product. It is a Zig 2-way glue pen. And I like to use this on little things because it's easy for me and I'm better with it than glue. So all those things come inside with a little pack. It's $45 and that includes the shipping. So if you're interested in an adhesive kit, maybe you want to give yourself a present for Christmas, maybe you want to give your friends a present for Christmas, just email me. If you're on my email list, just reply to the email and say, hey, please send me a kit. And then I will work out the details with you. I usually invoice through Square. All right. Tonight's projects are going to be fun. So this Night Divine bundle, I have been in love with since the beginning. Let me move it up so you can see a little bit better. Really, really pretty. Unfortunately, some of the items have already sold out of this suite. So the little star trinkets are not available, and these two papers that we're going to use are no longer available. The ribbon came back, which is awesome. So we're going to focus on the bundle right here. So the stamp set and the dies, which are great. These are beautiful dies. They beautifully emboss in addition to cutting. So originally I had thought, well, instead of using these since they were out, I'll just cut these out of foil. And then I realized when I ordered this was a long time ago, this was on back order. So I was looking for it and realized I never went back and ordered this. So I ordered it this morning because I want to have it, but so couldn't use that tonight. But we're going to have fun and make the projects with what we have. We're going to do a little tea light holder. Let me turn this on. You just take one of these little tea lights and it just folds this way, and hopefully you can see, puts a little light behind and just stands kind of like an easel card. I'm not demonstrating that very well so you can see it. Really pretty, and that just sits up. I think it's a beautiful display. I think I'm going to take one to work and put it on my desk at work. I just think it's so pretty. We're going to do this card right here with the little Nativity silhouette. That one opens like this. We're going to do this really pretty glittery and embossed card. I love this font. Oh, Holy Night. We're going to do some embossing in gold tonight and also in white. Very pretty, right? And then we're going to make this ornament. And this is super easy to make, this ornament, and I think it'd be really pretty. And we're attaching it to a ceramic ornament, okay? If you order the kit this week, I'm going to give you the tea light. I'm going to give you one of these ceramic ornaments. And I'm also going to give you, I know this paper is on sale, this Oh Holy Night paper, I'm sorry, is on back order. But I do have a couple more coming that I ordered before it went on back order. I think it's coming Friday or Saturday. So I'll give you a few 6x6 sheets of that as a little bonus if you get the cards this week. Okay, just a few sheets just so you can play with it a little bit more. All right, let me put this aside and we're going to get going on everything. We're going to start with this project right here, the little light up card. So here is the stamp set, up close and personal. Oh, Lisa, thank you. Oh no, it's freezing. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm kind of watching it a little bit to see. Really nice sentiments on here. I love the font, very pretty. So we're going to use that. And then the star of the show is these gorgeous dies, which to me, these are forever dies to have for ever and ever and ever, because every Christmas you want to have some nativity, right, in your life. Look at these swirly clouds. I did not use these, but I love these clouds because they have the little embossed swirls in them. So awesome. Okay, so that's what we're going to use. So in addition, for this first card, I also used the Nested Essentials dies, and I used a couple of these right here. I think I used this size for the cutout with the vellum, and then I used the bigger one for the back. So I put on the back of this card a little something so you can write what you want to write. Okay, so use that. And then my favorite, of course, the Stylish Shape dies that we're going to use right here for the sentiment on the bottom. So just these two like that. Okay, let's get out the pieces and start having some fun. Okay, I think that's all of our pieces. Okay, so if you get the kit, I've already cut this for you just like this. And I'll tell you why, because it is difficult. I know I wouldn't have been able to line it up. Well, first of all, the only thing you need to do this set die-wise is the die and stamp set from the Night Divine, right? So if you don't have this, then you couldn't make it, and I didn't want you to not be able to do it. So I already did this part for you, okay? So the measurements for this is 11 inches by 4 1/4 Night of Navy, and then it's scored at 3 inches. It's scored this way, 3 inches and 7 inches. So this piece is a little bit longer. Then on the short side, I took a piece of the Shining Brightly DSP 4 by 3 1/4, and I adhered it on just around the edges like that. And then I went ahead and took the die, and again, it was this die right here, and I just die cut it, both the layers, through the die cutting machine. And I didn't go all the way through. I kind of slid it through this way and then slid it backwards because I didn't want any impressions on the rest of it back here. Okay, so that's what I did. Super easy. So we're going to end up putting the vellum behind. Now, what I didn't try was I could have put the vellum in between. I just didn't know if I could cut 3 layers with the die. I guess I could have experimented and tried. But as you can see, it puckers just a little bit with 2 layers, and I was afraid it would really pucker with 3 too. So that's what we've done with that. Let me put this somewhere where I won't lose it. Okay, so here is our piece of vellum. And we're just going to put that on the inside. And I'm just going to use a little bit of seal to put that on right along the edges. Whatever you use, you're going to be able to see right through the vellum on this side, but no one's going to be looking at this side of the card, the inside, right? So I think it's okay. So just a piece of 3 1/4 by 2 3/4 vellum, just like this. So now we've got our little translucent, is it translucent, panel for our light to shine through. So just like that. Okay, so that is the front of our card. All right, so we're kind of folded like this. Now we just need to add the rest of it. Okay, so on the front, let's start with the easy part. This is the back. So I used the gold foil for the bigger one and just some basic white for this. We're going to put this on the back so you can write whatever you want on the back. Now, if you don't want to, you don't have to put this part on. Okay, so this is the back of our card right here, and I'm just going to set this right in the center, just like that. Okay. All right, now we're going to do a little bit of embossing, so let's get that done first. I've got my Night of Navy banner, the skinny banner. I'm going to get my Versamark, and we're going to say Joy and Peace, which is this stamp right here. So I'm going to ink it with the Versamark. I'm going to pull it this way so I can see it a little bit better. Oh, I got another light this week. Let me put it on. Is that better? I think that's a little bit brighter. I felt like, remember I was having problems with the shadows, so I figured if I had a light on each side, it would be better. So I got another light. It's causing me to rearrange a few things, which I'm not super thrilled about, but I will make adjustments to my workspace. We're going to use some gold on this one. And let me get my little reverse tweezer since this is kind of a small piece. Had to do gold because we're using a lot of gold tonight. And complement that gold that's in that DSP. Okay, let's emboss that. Okay, pretty, right? Okay. All right, we're just gonna adhere this down. Now I cut the bigger piece out of the gold. So we're just gonna adhere this banner to the gold banner. And then we're gonna use some dimensionals to pop it up. Okay, just like that. Let me get out some dimensionals. I don't know, you guys. Lisa's asking, is it freezing for anybody else? I don't see it freezing over on my end. Is anybody else having issues with freezing? Okay, so I'm going to set this right about here. Now we've got a little something for it to sit on. I'm going to make sure that's centered. So now it just sits right up against that. Okay, can you see it at that angle, how that's going to sit right here? Okay. All right, let's decorate the front. So the next thing is I've also given you a piece of gold, and this piece of gold foil is 3 1/4 by 2 3/4, I believe. Let me just double check because I've got 3 different sizes of gold for cutting. Okay, so let me see. So 3 1/4 by 2 1/4. This one's 2 1/4. Okay, and what we're gonna do is take our die right here and run it through the die cutting machine, just like this. So we get our little nativity scene. And I've already done that, so let me grab one. And here it is right here. Very pretty. You can see, I'm going to show it up close so you can see this beautiful embossing that's already on it. The detail is absolutely gorgeous on this. Now we're going to use some mini dimensionals to pop this up where we want it. Okay. And use as many as you like. I tend to use a lot of dimensionals because I want it to be stuck in all the different places. But you could probably get away with just a few. Is everybody ready for Thanksgiving? Is everybody having turkey? We did a little work party last week, like a Thanksgiving kind of potluck, and we did ham because we didn't want everyone to be already tired of turkey before Thanksgiving. No one wants to eat it twice, right, in a week like that. So we did ham, but we had a nice potluck. And tomorrow night starts the baking. Gotta bake the homemade pies, cut the bread, toast and cut the bread. We're not that busy at work tomorrow. Whoa, come on. They're sticky, you gotta love that. We need them to stick, just not to my fingers. All right, I'll try and keep my fingers off the dimensionals. Okay, that took a minute. That one's sticky too. Okay, so we're just gonna kind of center it right at the bottom here. Kind of like that. And just set it against the vellum, just like that. Very pretty, right? Okay, so to embellish, I did actually use the starch trinkets, even though hopefully you guys got some of these when they were in stock. I think they went out of stock and then they came back in and they went out again. All right, so I'm just gonna take one of the bigger ones. Are they small, medium, and large? I'm gonna take one this side. I guess they're just big and small. And I'm just gonna put it right here. Now, if you get the kit this week, of course, I'm gonna include the embellishment. So I'll give you the star trinket. We use a couple of them, I think 3 of them tonight, so you'll get those. The other thing I took is the festive pearls and use some of these gold ones. So I just took a couple of festive pearls and I'm gonna put them up here. And I still have to put ribbon on, so I wanna leave a little bit of room for the ribbon. So I'll do 1, 2, 3 of these, okay? Let's put our ribbon on. And I'm using this gold from the gold and silver trim combo pack. And we're gonna tie this around here. Now, of course, if you get the kit, I will give you the ribbon as well, so you can complete your card. And did I mention I will also give you a Tealight? I will definitely send you a Tealight too. It'll make your package a little bumpy, but that's okay. All right, let's see if I can tie a bow. Because I want you to have all the things you need to actually make the project. These would be good gifts, right? To add on to a little gift. Now, will it fit in an envelope if you're going to send it to somebody? Well, if you're going to ask them to do their own Tealight, yeah, you could do that, right? And it will fit in the envelope if it's folded, I believe like this, it'll fit in. Okay, let's trim this off. But it's nice to give it to somebody with the Tealight already too, right? Okay. All right, let's add a couple more of those festive pearls just down here. just to add just a little bit more to the bottom. And then we're going to add our Tealight. Hold on, I'm making a mess. I don't know where I put the Tealight. It's behind the other one, of course. All right, there we go. Let's do 2 of them. What do you guys think? You like it? I think it's pretty. Now, I can't say exactly where I got I got the idea for this Tealight card on Pinterest. I can't say exactly for who. There were a bunch of different people who had done it, so I don't think it's specific to any one person. But, yeah, that's it. I think it's really pretty. Okay, let's move on to the next. Put these aside. I'll bring them back later. Okay. All right, let me put a couple things away. Okay, you guys, the next one. So we're going to add a couple things to the next one. I'm adding the Countryside Corners dies, and I used this very little piece right here just to make a label. Okay, I'm always searching when I have a sentiment for the perfect label, right? And I thought this was a good size for the project that we're doing. So I used those. And then, now this is optional if you want to do it. You guys remember the Seaside Bay? This was something else that was pretty. This is, I remember I used this quite some time ago. But I like the little sand stamp. So I use the sand stamp. The other thing you could do is just take like one of your Stampin' Right markers and just make the little dots on there if you wanted to, or just do no dots. It doesn't show that much, so you don't even have to do the dots. But that's what I did with that. So here's the pieces. All right, hold on. I need to get a quick sip of water. Okay. Now, this piece of DSP is just a little bit different than the one I used in the card. Not much. Okay, but I feel like there's a little more black in this one, and this one has a little bit less maybe. So I'm using this piece. And let me show you the difference too, because this is from the Oh Holy Night DSP. And so the first card that I made, I used this one, and that has the buildings on the bottom, right? And so I didn't want to use too much of this because I like the buildings on the bottom. I started to make a card with it, but then I didn't finish it. So this is kind of what the DSP looks like when it's cut on a card. So instead, let me show you what else is in here. It's too bad this sold out, but everybody loved it. I hope you all got some of this. This piece right here that's kind of got the swirls and the stars. So lots of pretty. That's another one of the one with the buildings. And then some just dark colors. A little bit of variation in the color. The other thing you could do, you can kind of see this piece if you have this. You could just cut your sand out of this piece, right? And you have a little variation of color in that. But we're going to use crumb cake. Okay, so here are our pieces. This time we started with a card base, so half a sheet of cardstock, just like our other card bases, but we cut it the long way this time. So it's 11 inches by 4 1/4, and it's scored at 5 1/2, so it's going to open this way. All right. Okay. All right. Next, for the background, the DSP that I just showed you. And this DSP is going to be 5 1/4 by 4, the Oh Holy Night DSP. And we're going to build on this, so I'm not going to put it on the card yet, all right? Because this will be our background that we're building on. All right, I have some pieces for die cutting. So we're going to take all the nativity scenes and die cut them out. And so we've got the nativity that we've already used once. So we're going to cut that out of navy. We're going to do the camel, the donkey, the little lamb, and this looks like, what is that? I'm not sure what that is. Maybe a little sheep or something. So we're going to do all those in the Night of Navy. And then we're going to take this piece right here, and I cut it out of pecan pie. Okay, I wanted it a little bit darker than the crumb cake background. All right, so cut all those pieces out with your die cutting machine. And let me get our pieces for tonight already cut out. So we've got our, no, I have one too many camels. I think I cut everything twice in case I lost anything, because sometimes I can lose stuff. I think that's all the pieces right there. We've got our pecan pie. like that. Okay. This is going to be for the inside, just another strip of this right here. All right, that's just going to go in here. So we'll put that aside. We're going to do some more stamping and embossing. So here's our two pieces. Here's the label that I talked about. We're going to emboss on that, heat emboss. And then here is our piece of crumb cake. Okay, so I'm just going to take a pair of scissors, and I just kind of want to do a little bit of a curvy background. So I'm just going to cut it with a pair of scissors. Then I'm going to go ahead and get that stamp out that I talked about. And I'm just going to go crumb cake on crumb cake. And let me put something underneath because I am going to, sorry, I don't have a clean one handy, go off the edge in some places. So it's kind of a strange shape, right? But it works. So we're just gonna put it in different directions and get our sand in there. All right, that looks pretty good, right? Good enough? Okay. Okay, enough, right? Okay, let's start building what we have. Oh, you know what? Let's stamp this first. So this time I used The Lord is My Shepherd. And I'm going to use the Versamark again, but this time embossed in white. And because it's a darker color, I'm going to remember this time to use my embossing buddy so that nothing sticks that shouldn't stick. That's great. We'll pick this up. And we need the white. I don't know why I do it twice. You don't have to. Okay. Make sure there's no little pieces. I might get out my brush for a second. Although sometimes I feel like when I do that, I run the risk of just like ruining it. But let's see if we can get some of those spots. See, I used the embossing buddy too, and I've still got a couple little spots on there, which I'm not. We don't need to be perfectionist here, but don't want them there. Okay, I'm not going to get crazy with it. Let us heat emboss. I kind of hit it from both sides to kind of minimize the warping of the paper, because I want my paper to try and stay straight if I can keep it straight. Okay, dangerously close to that letter with my reverse tweezers. All right, looks good. Okay, I think we have all our pieces now. So, background first. I'm gonna just use a little bit of seal to put this on. Right at the bottom. Okay, good. Okay, now I want to put the camel on next, and I'm just going to add a little bit of seal to him, and I want this to kind of be maybe like right here. Okay, then we can go ahead and put this on. Now we're going to pop this up. So what I'm going to do is take some foam adhesive strips because I feel like they're just a really good size for this. And I'm just going to grab one off my sheet. Now you could also cut the edges of your dimensionals if you don't have these, but this just seems like a great way to pop this up. So I'm just going to set this down like that, and then we'll put this remaining part of the piece across here. So use what you have to pop it up. You could even use mini dimensionals if you have those to pop it up. Okay. Now we're going to set this kind of in the center, a little bit near the bottom. We want a little bit to show on top. So I think right about here is probably good. Okay. So far so good, right? Now we're going to take this guy and we're going to pop that up right here. And I've already put some dimensionals on to save us a little bit of time. So let me just peel off the backings. I knew we were using a lot of the minis tonight, and I didn't want to waste a whole lot of time having you guys watch me put them all on. I don't know, what do you think about the Night and Navy? I kind of wanted it to be shadowy looking. I didn't want to use black, but I thought the Night and Navy would be good. Now, if you really want to bling it out, you could go back to gold, or I don't know, what color would you guys use on this? This one's showing a little bit. I want to move that so it's not showing. Okay. So we're going to put this one right here. Very pretty, right? The way that pops up like that. Okay. So next we're going to take the donkey. And this has popped up pretty high. I feel like these adhesive strips are a little bit higher than a normal dimensional. So I'm going to put 2 dimensionals on just the front of this guy. And I think I can use regular ones. I don't think I have to use the minis. Let's see if it'll fit. Okay, it fits. So let's just stack a couple of dimensionals. And then for the part that's already popped up, I'm just going to use a little bit of seal. So he can kind of be like kind of in front like this, okay? Okay, so pop up this little lamb guy just with a mini. Right in the middle. Kind of right about here. And then, is that, maybe that's a cow. I don't know what that is. It's very small. Okay, and where's my other little piece? The little lamb is cute. So I'm just going to use a little bit of seal if I can get it on this really small piece. And kind of let him go right in front of here. Okay, pretty good for the background, right? Okay, so this part here, again, this is really high, so I'm going to add some dimensionals, double stacked, and I think, I don't know how far this is going to go, so let me just add like a mini. So let me just get this a little bit higher, and then we'll just use some seal for the top part of it. So right like that. And I think that worked out well. We're going to take some of this navy and gold glittered ribbon. So pretty. And just tie a bow. Nice and easy. We had this in black before. We have it in white. And now the navy is gorgeous. And especially with gold. So pretty. Okay, if I could just tie a bow, we'd be in business. I don't want it to be too big, so I'm just going to keep dragging it down a little bit because I don't want it to totally overpower everything. I just want it to be just a nice little accent. So I'm trying to get kind of a smaller bow. Not having that much luck. Okay, I think we're going to call it a day on this. That looks pretty good. And kind of short tails, not too long. And then we'll just use a glue dot. Look at glitter everywhere. A glue dot to put that on. And I'm just going to put it right about here. Okay. Does it need a little more bling? Yes, it does. So we're going to do another one of the star trinkets. And we're going to put that right here. And then I still wanted a little bit of bling like in the stars. So I'm just going to take some basic rhinestone jewels and just add a few of those. So there you have just a little bit more of a sparkle, like we've got a few extra stars. And that's about it. Okay, let us put this onto the front of our card. Okay. We've got a little bit of a border. All right, very pretty, right? I like this card. The inside, we're going to stamp. Whoa, get the glue off. Let me show you the inside. And it says, "Glory to God in the highest." And I did that in Night of Navy. The Night of Navy, hold on, I'm gonna get it past my camera here. I did not pull any stamps last night, stamp pads. It comes out really dark, almost black. So if you wanted to, you could use Starry Sky too, and that might be a little, that would probably look good and not be quite as dark. Here's the stamp. Here's the Night of Navy. Let's see if I can get this on straight. And then we'll just add that little strip at the bottom. And then I believe our card is going to be complete. I didn't do that quite straight. I'm a little over on this side and a little under on this side. But is that going to bother me? It might just bother me just a little. So I'm going to fix that just by trimming off a tiny, tiny bit. All right. All right, you guys, card number 2. What do you think? I like it. I hope you guys like it too. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Hold on, I'm sitting on my leg. I gotta straighten out. Put everything back. Okay, Lisa, thank you so much. Okay, so our next project is going to be this card right here. So what else we're going to use for that card, I'm trying to figure out where to put everything, is the quatrefoil embossing folder. So we have a nice little background. We're going to do that in Very Vanilla. And then I also use this die set, the Something Fancy dies. Again, looking for the perfect die for the sentiment, and I'm using the Oh Holy Night, so I use this larger one like this. Now, if you get this card kit this week, I will have cut that out for you already, so you don't have to worry about having that die set, okay? So that's what we're using for that. All right. Got quite the pile going over here. All right, here are our pieces. I'm using pretty much Very Vanilla instead of white on this card, so you'll get the Very Vanilla envelope too to coordinate with that. Here are our pieces. Again, Night of Navy card base. This is 8.5, 5.5 square to 4 1/4. 5 1/4 by 4 of the Very Vanilla that's going to go on the inside. And this one we're going to emboss, so it says the stars are shining brightly. That's going to be the inside of our card. Oh Holy Night, the stars are shining brightly. All right, so we'll keep that out because we're going to play with that. We've got we're going to build on this before we attach it to the card. This is 5 1/4 by 4, and this is also very vanilla, and this is using the quatrefoil embossing folder. And in the kit, I will emboss this for you already, so it'll come to you just like this, okay? So we're going to build on this before we add it to the base again. So let me put that aside, this aside for stamping. The other pieces, piece of very vanilla, and this is, let me look, 3 1/2 by 2 1/2, and this is for die cutting. Again, that seam, so here it is. I've already die cut it out of that piece, so we have that ready to go. I have the label that I told you about that we're also going to stamp and emboss. And then this piece right here is going to kind of be our background. So I used the Stylish Shapes, I used the circle die. And what I did was I took a piece of gold foil cardstock and I attached it to the bottom. And then I ran it through the die cutting machine together. It was already adhered onto it. And then it was the biggest one that I used. And then I ran it through the die cutting machine just like this. Okay, so again, because I didn't want you to have this die set, I've already done this part for you in the kit. So it's going to come like this, all right, already assembled like that. What I can't do is I'm not allowed to stamp per Stampin' Up rules. So you have to have the stamps, and then you do need the dies so you can die cut these other pieces out, okay? So I think that's all our pieces. Let's go ahead and do our embossing and stamping. So I think we'll do them one at a time. So I'm going to start with Oh Holy Night. Wait, embossing buddy, I almost forgot. I told myself I was going to remember tonight to use it. Ooh, getting carried away. Okay. Especially on the darker colors. All right, got to bring that down so I can get on top of it here. This barely fits on here. Going to emboss in gold. And I'm going to do them one at a time so they're not drying. And so I don't mess them up in between. Now, if you don't like to emboss, I mean, I think that's the best alternative for this. I was trying to think if you could use, like, the closest color to gold is the wild wheat, but I don't think that would look too good just stamped on the navy like that. So your best bet is to do the heating embossing. It's easy, right? So pretty. Okay, last one. We're going to just emboss one more, and then we're done embossing for the evening. Okay, and on the inside, we did The Stars Are Shining Brightly. I'm getting powder everywhere. So let me pull that one right here. And we're going to put it right in the middle, right here. The stars are brightly shining. Okay, see, I did miss the A over here, so I have to do it twice. Okay. Okay, time to assemble. So this one is super easy to assemble. We're going to start by taking this piece right here. And this one, I just used some seal to adhere it to the front of the card. Gold side down. And I went a little bit over the edges on both sides. Just because we're really cramming things into this card to be able to fit everything. Okay, so we've got that piece. Now, let's put our label on next. And I'm trying to wipe some of that powder off. And I don't think I popped this up. This I also put on with some seal. I'm going to use some Seal Plus because I'm attaching it to the embossed surface right here. So I want to make sure it fits. So this is going to kind of go at an angle right about here. And I want to take it a little bit over because I want room for my ribbon over here. Okay. All right. Now let's put the Nativity on. We're going to pop that up again with the minis. Oh no, I ripped it. Did you see what I did? Oh no. That's right. We're going to piece it together. These things are just really super sticky. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's see if we can piece it together if it still looks good. Otherwise, I think before I sent this to somebody, I might just die cut another one and pull it off. Right? Especially if you're given a gift. Okay. So I'm putting this kind of right along the edge right here. And gonna stick off a little bit this way. And then this one is gonna go right here. Okay, let's add our ribbon and then we'll put it on the card base. So I'm just going to wrap the ribbon around. And we'll tie a bow near the top. Now this is kind of, I have to be careful because it's kind of flimsy with just the one layer of cardstock. So I want to be careful when I'm kind of pulling and tying this. But I want it to be a little bit tight so it's not floppy too. Now, if you need a third hand, you could bring in your little reverse tweezer and kind of hold the other piece down while you're tying. But I think I've got it right now. Except for putting that a little bit of a... Okay, a little big. We'll shorten that up just a little bit. And then make it tight again. I think that's pretty good. Okay. Take some of that glitter off. I'm gonna make sure I have it in the right spot here and trim off the ends. Okay. Can you still see the Oh Holy Night? I think you can. All right, I'm gonna use the Seal Plus again. I'm going to use a lot of it because the embossed piece is going on, so I want to make sure it's going to be good and stuck on there. Now, you could also pop this piece up if you wanted to, and I think that would look really good too. All right, if you want to hold the ribbon on, you could put a little glue dot underneath. I'm just going to put a little one under just to kind of hold my bow like that. Okay, now for the inside, we've already got it. All we have to do is attach it and add a little star. There's glitter everywhere. And embossing powder. That is the neighbor's dog next door. Okay, let's add another one of those little star trinkets. And hold on. They're right here in front of me. But I lost my take your pick. Okay. All right, I hope you guys got some of those. I think they're really pretty. And I don't usually put something like this on the inside, but I couldn't resist. Now, if I would have bought that other set, I could have just die cut a little gold foil one and put it there, which would be nice because then this would lay more flat. So when I get that set, that's probably what I'll do. Now, I just added a couple more of those festive pearls in the gold. So I'm going to just cover up that one little piece from embossing, just like that. And that's it, you guys. There we have another beautiful Christmas card. I hope you like it. Okay, last project. Everybody hanging in there? Oh, thanks, you guys. Okay. Your hearts are so cute. How do you do that? Little puppies in your hearts? That's so adorable. Okay. Last project, little ornament project. So pieces for that. Again, the gold that we're going to die cut into this. I used the same circle die, okay, and I used some of this paper that just has all these little stars on it, and then just Night of Navy. And we are going to just layer this up. We're going to just cut off the bottom. So I'm just going to trim that. Let's see. So the bottom, it looks like the stars go this way. So I'm just going to take off a little bit of it, like, I don't know, maybe this much. So now I've got the navy as kind of our, you know, kind of what they're sitting on, kind of this way. So I'm just going to attach that. So I got these little ceramic ornaments, and they're 3 inches, so they're the same size, on Amazon. And they come in a box like this. So again, if you get the kit, I'll send you one of these little ceramic ornaments. They're really nice. They have kind of a shiny side and a flat side. So this is the shiny side. Oh, well, this one's got 2 shiny sides. Interesting. Okay, I thought there was a flat side. Maybe I was looking at an old one that I had from, oh no, this one. Oh, this is an old one. This is the smaller one. See, I had this from last year, the smaller ones. I got the bigger ones this year. Let me put that out of the way so I don't send it by accident. So here's the shiny side here, and here's the flat side here. So we're going to attach to the flat side because I think the shiny side's prettier. We want that to show on the other side. So we're going to end up attaching it right here. And it just fits, it fits perfectly, just like that. Before we put this on, we do want to tie a little ribbon or a string. And so what I used for that is some of the gold trim, this I don't know what you call this one. So I'm just gonna do this one through. Now this one just went on not orderable, but you could also use the other gold trim that we just used. As a matter of fact, let's use that because it's not on back order and see if that looks, if we like that better to hang. Let's try that. And we're just going to want to tie a bow. So I want to make sure I have enough to tie a bow. Now, if you want, sometimes I like to tie it down here first. And then I'll make a loop up here and then tie a bow up here. So you've got a loop to hang it on the tree or whatever you're putting it on. As a matter of fact, I'm going to double knot that too before I make my bow, so everything stays together nicely. And I'm going to just hold it this way so it's kind of in the center. Okay, now a bow. Just a cute little bow at the top. Make sure they're even. Okay, let me just trim this just a little bit right there. Okay, so now we've got that. We'll go ahead and attach. I'm going to use Seal Plus to attach this to the ornament. And I'm just going to cover this up because I don't care. I don't need to make a hole or anything. I'm just going to put it right over. Just like that. So that goes on nice and flat. Now I'm just going to add this with dimensionals. Let's see if I can not rip this one. Get all these little backings off. Boy, that dog next door is having a puppy fit. My dogs will be excited since we're staying home for Thanksgiving this year. They're actually going to get some turkey this year. Most of the time we go to Chicago, and they are in puppy day camp, or what do you call it, boarding. All right, so see how I just set it right on the edge right here with the blue? Just like that. Now the last thing I want to do is add another small bow with this glittered ribbon and put that at the top. Simple, right? You could make a bunch of these really easily. They're relatively inexpensive to get the ceramic ornaments. I think I got, I don't know how many came in there, like 10 or 12. I've used them in the past with my Cricut because they're nice that you can, you know, cut something out of the vinyl and attach the vinyl to it too. So I've used them before. Let me make this, I don't want a giant bow on here because it's not a big ornament. So I'm trying to whittle it down so it's not huge. I think that's pretty good. Okay, glue dot, please. Right at the top like that. And that's it. I think I like it better with the ribbon than with the trim, but either one looks okay, right? So now if you wanted to put a greeting on the back, you could do that too. So for example, you could use those stylish shaped circles and just cut out, you know, something like this and just put it on the back like that. Merry Christmas, love Mom and Dad, whatever you want. If you wanted to do something like that, you know, up to you if you want to personalize it in that way or not. But anyway, that's it, you guys. We did our projects. So let's bring them out and take a look. Here is the host code this week. If you place an order, I'll send you the kit this week for free. Here is the host code right here. For orders under 150, if your order is over 150 or over, don't use the host code because you'll get Stampin' Rewards, and I will still send you the kit, okay? Also, if you don't want to place an order, you can also purchase the kit for $20. So let's bring back our projects. We have our little Tealight card, looks like that. We've got our other cards right here. We did our Oh Holy Night cards, and then we did our Christmas ornaments. So you guys, thank you so much. If you would like the project measurement and supply sheet, you can email me if you're on my email list. I'll be sending this out in the email tomorrow, so you'll have all the measurements to make these cards. Let me think, is there anything else? Don't forget about the adhesive kit. Starting today, I just want to tell you guys, last chance products, the list came out. Sorry, I highlighted some of the things that I was getting and some of the things that are carrying over. The Merriest Trees is going to carry over. Forever Forest is going to carry over. Some of these other ones are carrying over, which I was kind of excited about. But a lot of this stuff is on sale, these percentages off. So now's a good time to get anything that you didn't get in the catalog that you wanted. All right, you guys, it was fun. Thank you for joining me. I love crafting with you guys. I hope you guys have, oh yeah, Lisa, I can say the host code. Sure, absolutely. It is 6YGGUA3A. I hope everyone has a fabulous Thanksgiving, you know, a nice, warm, peaceful, fun holiday. I wish you guys all the best, and I'll see you with something else next week. All right, thanks, you guys. Bye-bye. Happy Thanksgiving.